this.
That's okay. I'm fine.
But it's a really good one so far.
Not really.
Don't worry, I'm recording it for later.
Bro Boogie!
I don't get this cartoon, man.
If this dance didn't make you happy or laugh, your heart is made of stone and you have no soul. Yeah, I know Steven Universe is on break, but they're the only videos of mine that break out about 1,000 views. Does that make me a sellout? One interesting element of Steven Universe is how the main character's relationship with his mother is portrayed. Hands down, we all agree that Steven's mother is the most mysterious and intriguing character in the entire show. What's more interesting is how we learn about her. We learn about Rose along with Steven. That's amazing writing and storytelling. More so in the fact that our view of Rose is completely different than Steven's because she's his mother. Look at it this way. I had an older brother, but sadly he passed away when he was about 6 and I was 4. If someone came to me now while I was with a friend and told me a story about him, how I react would be completely different from my friends, although we're learning this story at the exact same time. In the same case, whereas we learn good and slightly bad things about Rose, we the viewers won't react how Steven will, which is why, if you hadn't noticed, Steven isn't the same goofy kid from Gemglow. And don't say it's because the show developed during that time, it did, but all other characters remain more or less the same. But Steven hasn't. Why is that? He's growing. Well, I know some of you might be saying, no duh, but it's deeper than that. Let's analyze the timeline of how Steven learns about Rose and how he's changed with it. Season 1. Laser light cannon. At this time, Steven rarely knows or hears of his mother. Rose was referred to passively by Steven, and he was even hopeful in him believing she would entrust her property to her husband. Going more so further by Rose having Greg saying to activate the cannon, really being a foundation to how and what Steven knows about her. Bubble buddies. Steven partially mentions him being magic on his mom's side. Lars and the cool kids. Rose is mentioned here a little more. We learn a bit more about her personality, but Steven ultimately brushes the information aside and worries more over the moth as his mother would. Rose's room. This episode has you see Steven analyze Rose's decoration choices, but for the briefest of moments. Side note, does anyone else feel like this?
It's me, your father. After decades of cryostasis, I'm finally free. Saving the day is just par for the course.
Is foreshadowing for something else? Monster Buddies. We see Steven's first connection with his mother on screen as Garnet tells him Rose also wanted to heal corruptive gems. We realize for the first time that Steven holds his mom of such high esteem as he wonders that if Rose couldn't heal corrupted gems, then what chance did he have? An indirect kiss. Another Rose-centered heavy episode. We see Steven somber up, which is rare this early in the show as he talks to his mom's statue, wishing he knew more about his mom so he'd know how to feel about her. At this stage, Steven doesn't have any strong concrete feelings towards his mother. No connection has been established and no bonding relationship has been recognized or made. Secret team. Rose is merely mentioned here, but nothing significant occurs. Watermelon Steven. A similarity in Steven and Rose's powers are mentioned here, but Steven doesn't dwell on that fact too much. Lion 3, straight to video. We all know how important this episode is towards the development of Steven's attitude to Rose. At first, he was not more than confused. Now he actually has love and compassion for his mother. He understands her and, I believe, connected with her at the end of this episode. The test. People don't know this, but this episode is another huge moment in Steven's growth curve. He learns the gems really want to help him with his confidence and reveal how saddened they are at the departure of his mother. He really takes up the role of a leader, and instead of the gems uplifting his confidence, Steven lives theirs like his mother would have. On the run. Here is actually the first time Steven learns, albeit in a babied, watered-down way, of the Homeworld's intentions towards Earth by the beginning of the episode, and how his mom stood against them and chose to protect Earth. Maximum capacity. We see Steven again flex his ability to hold things inside and pretend everything is okay for the sake of those around him, even though the sight of Amethyst as his mother might have severely scarred him. Rose's scabbard. A perfect example of what I meant by Steven's personality changing. In the beginning, he was lighthearted and goofy, but by the end, his tone really changed up. This whole episode focuses around his mom and the choices she had to make to protect and save others, something Steven himself has done for a couple of times in previous episodes by now. He identifies and sees Rose as an amazing leader and a role model to look up to. Open book. Nothing major here. Sorry for Steven. Steven gets another tale of his mother, and by the end, he's all gooey and sappy. He's constructing a better image of Rose in his mind and probably establishing a stronger bond to her through his father. The return. This was the beginning of the end. Steven learns from Greg, ironically, who Rose really is. Steven comes to grips with the information that his mom was an alien who, along with her own kind, invaded Earth, and in an attempt to stop what Homeworld was doing to the planet, caused a war. He tries to defend her actions by saying, "She saved the world, that's good!" But with Greg then telling him that what Rose started killed thousands of gems. And people too. Which we tend to overlook, but what else? We humans already kill each other, so it's nothing new. Steven holds onto his gem as he comes to grip with this startling information. My mom's an alien? She invaded Earth? Started hurting it? And in an attempt to save it caused a war that killed the masses? That is some dark and mentally traumatizing stuff. Jailbreak. Nothing much was mentioned here, moving on. By the end of season 1, Steven fully knows and understands Homeworld, their technological advancements, and has a slim idea of the trouble Rose Quartz has caused to them, but he's still miles away from knowing the bigger picture of things. Sadly, this is where I have to end things, because this video is long enough as it is. I had to break my videos up into parts, but keep an eye out for the second half of this one, because I plan to cover season 2, 3, and 4. Let's just hope I don't take after my Stevani videos, because the second one came out after 3 weeks. Click the notification bell to get notified as soon as it comes out, and I'd like to inform you that TVC has an official Twitter that'll only be used for contests and giveaway purposes in the future. Also, download Grab Points and use the promo code TVC2016 if you haven't already to get free money. Thanks y'all so much for clicking to watch. Please remember to read my books on Wattpad and support me on Patreon. And as always, do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stay awesome. This is TVC signing out.